Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Today, for some reason, for the past month, since I've changed to the Solinco Blackout Extendeds, I've been playing with 3 different weights of that racket from my own customization. Why? Stay tuned. All right, coffee sponsor of today is Diana. Diana writes, "Hi from New Jersey. Joyzy. I'm new to your channel, really enjoying the content, especially your detailed racket reviews. I love tennis and coffee too. Keep up the awesome work." Oh, thank you, Diana. Thank you so much. And thank you for hooking me up with this extra dark roast from Pete's this morning. So keep drinking the coffee and keep playing the tennis, just like me. All right? If you want to be my coffee sponsor of the day, network is buymeacoffee.com/tennis spin. Link is below. If you want to hook up the channel and support us, super thanks is the way. Just click on that button below and you could support us as much or as little as you like. All right? We appreciate you. And if you want to get this cool Nike hat that was just produced by my buddy Andy, tennisspinusa.com is the place. Get them while they last. This hat is actually super comfortable. Thank you, Andy, for hooking it up. So here's the thing, guys. I've been messing with my 3 Blackout Extendeds for probably a month now. And I literally tried to keep them at stock because, I customize and I string so many rackets all the time that I was like, yeah, do I really want to mess with my own? So I literally tried for 2-3 weeks to just play with this racket in stock form. Like just string with confidential and just play with it. So the one thing I did was I thought I could just throw confidential 16L in here at 48 and be okay with that. Well, I wasn't okay with that. It literally flew on me. Every racket just took off. So I literally had to go 52 and then eventually settle at 55. Because this racket is firmer than what I came from, like back to like an original firm racket, I'm probably going to have to start at the 55 rate, and as I get more comfortable with the racket, then start bringing the tension down. Because 48 to start was just like a launching pad for me in the beginning. So I'm going to stick with 55 pounds, confidential 16L for now, until I really hone in on what I can do. Okay? So usually that's what happens. I go loose and then I'm like, oh, what the heck? So then I go tight. And then as I get used to what the capabilities of the racket are, then I start bringing the tension down until I can control the ball at like a 48 range. Okay? But I tried stock form. And so here's the thing. I can put a lot of spin on the ball, but I'm literally hitting rainbows because it's so light, because I'm just whipping it through. So the balls are like rainbows. So finally I gave up and I was like, let me add a little lead. So I added what I usually tell you guys to do, about 5 to 6 strings worth on each side and then a little bit at 12. So here's one thing that I kind of miffed me. I thought I could just be lazy and just put lead here and lead here in the beginning. That was my first run. It didn't work for this racket. It needs the 3 and 9 and the 12. And I was like, okay, this is good. This is good. So I went from doing this with the ball to kind of here, right here. So I dropped it, but hard to hit through still. Okay, hard to hit through still. So finally, I went kind of almost all the way back to what I used to do. I put a ton of lead. So all the way here. I mean, as you can see, I pieced it together because I went here first and then I added there, here. So the one thing I didn't do is I didn't add 12 o'clock yet. That was my last thing to add if I wanted to make it even heavier. I didn't add lead though in the handle because Solinco made these things for me. And I thought, man, you guys are ingenious. And I don't have to mess with the lead in the handle anymore. So these are weighted butt cap. And they just snap right in. So this one's a 5-gram one, 10 grams. So these literally weigh 10 grams. And you snap it right into the bottom. In this one, I have a 10-grammer. Let me show you how easy it is. So this one with all the weighting, I have a 10-grammer. And that's all it is. It just snaps right in and right out. That's it, right? And then in this one, I have a 5-grammer. And in this one, it's stock. So let's check out what my rackets weigh right now and where we're at with this. All right. In standard form, 11.4. 11.3. Okay. 321. So 321 grams at 11.4. So the one with the 5-grammer and some lead. 333. 11.7. So 11.3, 11.7. 4 grams difference. And then the behemoth. 12.9. That's a whole ounce heavier, whole ounce plus heavier. 366. Okay. So I'm not going to go through the battery of other tests right now because I'm still trying to figure out what I like. But here's the thing that I've kind of gotten used to in the last month. I tried to short court this and warm up, and I couldn't do it. It was just too much to drag to hit a, to kind of float a ball over and warm up. And I was like, man, I can't do that today. Like I tried a couple times. And then I was like, let me just warm up with the standard. And I was easily able to do it. Like just short court warm up. And then into like the first maybe 5 or 10 balls of the rally. And then by then I'm like, it's time to go up and weight. So then I go to this one with a little bit of weight on it. And then start hitting through the ball to warm up. And then as I start playing, when it's ready to go, when it's go time, I pick up the heavy and I warm up for this for the last couple minutes. And then I just start playing with this. So I'm just trying to figure out why I need to do that right now. I've never done that in the history of me playing. So I don't know. I got to go hit the court and see if this makes sense to Coach Rob. And does it make sense to you guys? So we'll see you on the There you go. Hey. Bring it in. There you go. Nice. All right, guys. So we just got, actually, hold on. Sorry. Let me scratch myself first. All right.
Anything else you got to itch?
Hold on. Hang on. Pull up my pants first, too. I shaved yesterday. Now I'm freaking itching.
You're making me itch.
I saw that squirrel running around. He's making me itch. Shit's jumping off of him. All right, so I just called out my my buddy Coach Rob here, and I just want to make sure that I'm not sure what I'm doing right now, but I'm figuring it out right now. So, Coach Rob, does it make any sense that I start with a light one and then I progress to the middle weight one and then I end with the heavy lately? Like ever since I got into these rackets, I've was trying to basically use the racket in stock form. Like, right. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying not to customize it. Okay. And then I was like, I did it for 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And then I was like, I got to do it. Okay. It's like an addict. You know what I mean?
Sorry. No, but okay.
So I had to add a little lead, which I did here. And then I was like, yeah, little is great. More is better. So I added a lot of lead there. And then but what I figured out though, the weird thing was I couldn't do short court with this. Like when I was doing short court, I was like, damn, there's so much to drag around. And I launched it every time. So I would go back to the lightweight one to warm up. And then, but once I got to the back, you know, the baseline, I would be like, man, this is like rainbow. And I'm like, I got to flatten this out a little bit, right? So I go here, and then my rainbows become a little less of a rainbow. And then I was like, okay, well, it's time. And I go to the heavy, and it goes a little more flatter. So I was going this to this to this.
Right. And I'd have to say, we had some of our longer rallies that we've ever had just sitting here. And so whatever was working for you. I noticed when I started with the light, I, obviously had somebody in front of me. So I had to make sure I got the ball over the net and over their head. So it seemed like I was a little more wristy. So I was getting a little more spin, a little more net clearance. I was getting for a little more loop.
And then, it was easier to do that with the light one, obviously.
Correct. Because I was able to be a little wristier with it, just for safety of our camera person. And then as we went to the middle one, it was at that point you could get a little more plow through. You didn't have to be quite as loopy. I felt like I wasn't going to hit our camera person. And so I was a little more warmed up. So my shots went a little bit more, weren't as loopy. They had a little more loop to them. And then as you gave me the beast, the behemoth, the plow master, the snow plow specials, the ball was going to be going more this way.
Right.
But I could warm up short court with either one.
Right.
You just have to adjust a little bit more. Maybe with the heavier one, you need a little more hand, a little more wrist to flick it up a little bit to create that loop. But it was easier just to, hit a little bit heavier, flatter ball.
I feel like, I don't know if it's in my head, but I feel like I needed to warm up my wrist and I couldn't warm it up with the heavy one immediately. It would be like wanting to sag, and then I couldn't do that part with the heaviest one. Therefore, I had to warm up my wrist with the lightest one before progressing on. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, no, I mean, sure. I mean,
I've never done this before. And
you don't even like to warm up short court, so.
That's true. That's true.
Look back in the archives, there's a video on why do we hit short court? When did that start?
I know. What kind of crap is that? Anyways, but have you even heard of something like that or somebody doing this?
Not till you today.
Okay.
Now, obviously, players play with different weights. You know, sometimes, hey, the ball's flying, you need a little tighter string, or, you know, it's a cold day, maybe you need a looser string, you need to get a little more oomph on the ball.
Right. I mean, I've done different types of string, different tensions before in all of my rackets, but never in my life have I actually done, you know, a
different
stock
weighting.
Yeah, a stock racket to a slightly heavier to a behemoth.
Right.
So, I mean, usually it's just the behemoth.
And these were all strung in the same tension, though.
Essentially, yeah.
Right, okay.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, well, I just created something new, guys. Buy more rackets, you know, keep one stock and weigh one up middle and, you know, make one like a pound. Okay? And you'll warm up into the pound, I guess. So, but yeah, that's my dilemma right now in rackets, and I'm not sure where this is going to end, if it's going to end, but in my current state of playing with these rackets, that's where I am. And it makes no sense, I think, but except
if it makes
me.
sense to you, then it works.
All right. Well, there you go. Well, thanks for helping me, Nancy Drew.
No problem.
With this mystery. Maybe we'll find Scooby-Doo. Figure it out.
Figure it out. All right, Sherlock Holmes.
Thank you. Thank you, Coach Rob, for always being a good sport.
No problem.
All right. Guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Guys, are you tired of playing against the ball machine? Ball machine always wins, and you're not really getting any interaction with people. How about playing with somebody at your level, or maybe a little bit better than you, that can improve your game? There's 27,000 people nationwide waiting for you to play with. It's all at PlayYourCourt.com. You can find your new tennis friend, join local leagues, all for less than $5 a month. You'll have access to players at your level, your speed, and make some new tennis friends. Check it out at PlayYourCourt.com/tennis spin. Link is below.